Patience. This is the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. In most cases, when people are patient, they have to make sure that everything is okay with things, but also have a clear head and to actually think calmly. But in the case of Phil talking about the member bombs that he got, there's no patience when it comes to this man. Instead, he wants to sit there and just berate, deflect, and project everything that he goes through onto his audience and also to the hand that feeds him. But yet, if his money is affected, then it's all out war against the YouTube.
Welcome back, Jade. I know Jade has not been here for a couple of days. He's been under the weather. It's good to have you back here today on the podcast, sir.
Thank you for coming back, sir. Now let me bitch and complain about things some more.
What's going on? I mean, where do we really start? Because we have a lot of different things to touch upon before we get to, say, the schedule and stuff like that. Let's just start.
Yeah, let's just start with the fact that you had that eye twitch again, because what you're about to tell your audience is not good news. What the hell was up with that little jerk there, Phil? Look at the chat and straight to the camera. Are you alright? How much Adderall did you take?
With a little bit of discussion, and get this out of the way. Yesterday, there was a segment on this show where I talked about the large amount of gifted memberships that I received last week.
I wouldn't say that it was yesterday, Phil. You've been bringing this up quite a lot as of late. How that YouTube isn't paying you for the amount of subs that you got or memberships that you've gotten. You're not patient, and yet for some fucking reason, you want to make it like this is everyone's problem, when it's nobody's problem but your own.
Here on the channel, if you remember, there were 400 gifted memberships from someone named Nikita.
Yeah, great to bring up this person yet again. I love how when everyone else gives, like, you memberships, they get nothing. They're like, oh, hey, this person gave 10 memberships. Okay, but all of a sudden, Nikita, like, gets the red carpet treatment.
And 100 gifted memberships from someone named Duty.
Shout out Duty Streams.
All right? From what I can see, YouTube did not account for the income from those gifted memberships.
Phil, the reason why it's not accounting for it, though, because you getting 200 memberships within one day, then 200 another, then 100 another day, yeah, they're going to look into it to see what the fuck is going on. In some cases, it could be fraud. In some cases, they're trying to accumulate it. They're trying to count it all up to make sure you get the money that you're quote-unquote owed. When in reality, we all know these are fucking whales.
Okay? Should have. But for some reason, here we are a week later, because the first bomb actually hit on the 7th of January, last week.
Oh, yeah, great. He wants to talk about the bomb like it's a big fucking accomplishment. Not him getting 4th place at EVO, not him getting married, not him winning a house. Nah, the member bombs are more important for 2024.
And they're just not, there's no revenue recorded in my analytics. And I'm like, why would I have so many gifted memberships that count? Because, by the way, you guys have them.
Yeah, they got the memberships, Phil. Just be fucking grateful that they actually got the memberships and they didn't get them revoked. But no, he doesn't care about the audience. He doesn't care about the people who got the memberships. He's only caring about the money that he's getting out of it.
You have all the benefits of them. You're using the benefits right now.
How are they using the benefits, Phil? Oh, they could just come right on in, not have to worry about the sub only or the slow chat? Yeah, such a great thing, even though the sub only chat is really killing your channel.
And they're accounted for in my metrics dashboard saying that, yes, I have these memberships, but no revenue ever accounted, okay? So the reason that this even became an issue yesterday is because before I started my stream, I went into a YouTube chat to talk to a YouTube representative about it. And I hate to say it because I've told you guys this a million times before. The YouTube representatives, you might as well talk to like for example,
Jesus Christ, you can't even think of a fucking analogy for this? Instead, you're like, it's like talking to a, you see what I'm getting with this? It's really, really bad though, because you're not prepared to talk about anything though. Instead, you're just having brain farts all around.
This cleaning cloth right here.
Okay, really? You had to look around on your fucking table. It's like, the cloth. No, Phil, you're more like this fucking can. I put it down. There, I'm not even looking at the fucking can anymore. It doesn't make sense, does it?
Like, if I actually talked to this cleaning cloth about a problem on YouTube, I'll probably get a better response out of the cleaning cloth.
Well, Phil, that probably is the schizophrenia in your head, thinking that inanimate objects actually talk back to you.
Than actually talking to the YouTube chat rep. Because even
though, granted, the YouTube chat that you were talking with was a bot.
though they're supposed to be there for anyone in the partner program, that's the point. Like, their partner support, they don't usually help at all with anything.
I love the fact that Phil wants to sit here and talk really massive praise about YouTube, how YouTube has a really good chat system. YouTube has a lot of good features that they're implementing for channel members like me. But now he's just going off saying that, yeah, YouTube sucks because they don't want to help me, the guy who suffers from the new kinds of trolling. Yeah, like YouTube's gonna like stick their hand up. It's like, okay, Phil, we got you. We'll pull you out of here. You'll join the echelons of like PewDiePie and fucking Mr. Beast. Yeah, sure.
All they do is they regurgitate form letter nonsense that you can easily find online by doing absolutely no work whatsoever.
Even though you do no work whatsoever, you don't even research any of the problems that you're having. Instead, you're allowing your dents to do all the work for you, or YouTube bots to do it for you. Again, you want to say that it's so easy to find, why don't you look it up yourself instead of making all these fucking weird stories about how YouTube sucks more?
But instead, just copy pasting a bunch of instructional stuff that they have on their desks or in their database.
Also, what Phil doesn't seem to realize is that YouTube's tech support or their YouTube support system, it's a call center. They're going to have a lot of things that they're going to look into to figure out how to best help you. The problem is with you though, Phil, is that you want to bring up things that are completely irrelevant to what you're going through. You're going to talk about the memberships. You're going to talk about how my members got them, how my channel, how I was gifted these. But instead, you're not even talking about the main issue at hand, which is your analytics. Instead, they're going to say memberships. Let's help you with that. And then you get mad. And then when you talk about analytics, they give you something that they see on their end. And they're giving it to you. And yet you're going to call them idiots.
Yesterday, as I was booting up my stream and you guys were hearing the pre-stream music, you heard boop, 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 boop. People were like, what the hell's that? That was their chat as I was talking back and forth with them, explaining the situation, giving them screenshots and everything.
Even though he should have had this all prepared, which he didn't, he had to do screenshots before he had to start his podcast. It's like, Phil, you could have just delayed it a little bit more. This shitty little level 1 podcast that's not even a real podcast could go on delay so you could take care of this outside of the streams. Because again, this is not your audience's concern.
And basically, they were like, okay, we'll get back to you. So they did get back to me in the middle of my Resident Evil 0 stream yesterday.
Yeah, I remember that. You had to split the part, and then you got so mad at YouTube that you were just going on and on and on and on about it. And yet, during that same fucking stream, while you were recording gameplay, you were still talking about how bad YouTube is. It's like, why don't you just wait till outside the stream? Talk to them later.
Okay, so again, people are like, what are you doing? I'm like, yeah, I got a giant email from YouTube. Let me read it. Literally, it's every piece of nonsense possible. So basically, here's the response. So I looked into it.
And they gave you a snort in return.
First of all, here's how gifted memberships work. Like, I don't know. And they copy paste the entire, like, frequently asked questions about gifted memberships.
Again, like I said before, he's throwing in things that are not relevant to the topic at hand. He's trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with his analytics, but he's bringing up memberships, the gifted memberships, all throughout the entirety of this discussion, throughout the entirety of trying to get help. And yet they're going to give it back to him. Just due to the fucking fact he's bringing up things that aren't relevant. And yet you're calling them idiots, even though you're not explaining the right things.
Okay? And then they explain, oh, well, you see, there's all these different factors that come into gifted memberships. There's exchange rates, where not everyone who buys a gifted membership, it's the same cost, so you won't get the same amount per gifted membership depending on where someone lives.
Which is true. I actually had the misfortune of actually giving out the wrong information. I got told right away that if it's going by a different currency, they're going to get that amount of currency in return. So, yeah, they're trying to convert all the money that they're getting from another country straight into that, and that's what they're getting paid. But again, Phil's just going to sit there and just be like, YouTube's a bunch of idiots. I deserve all the money that I am owed.
There's also the fact that if you're with a partner network, they take a cut of your revenue, so you might not have seen all the money that you were owed from a gifted membership because your partner network took part of it. And this
Again, the reason why they're bringing this up, though, because they don't know if you're a part of a MCN. They don't fucking know, Phil. They're just giving you all these things that you're throwing at them, and they're giving the responses that they are trained to put out, or the bot is programmed to give to you, and you're not liking it.
So I'm not even kidding you. It's like 10 form letter responses about it, none of which answer the question.
Because you didn't even ask the right fucking question, Phil. If you want the right answers, ask the right fucking questions.
So basically, here's what happened. I gave them very specific information about what was going on.
Clearly not if they're giving you back memberships when it's about analytics.
I got 500 gifted memberships. You haven't recorded any revenue for any of them. I want to know why. And all they did was copy paste the 10 possibilities of what it may be without actually doing any intelligent research into what it really is.
Phil, they're giving you answers. They're giving you reasons what it could be. They're giving you the best possible solutions and the best possible resolutions to figuring out what the fuck is going on. But you, being a fucking greasy Karen, is wanting to sit there going, they didn't help me. I wanted the man to speak to your supervisor.
So imagine, right, if every single night someone is knocking over your trash can, all right? So you want to know who did it, what's causing the trash can getting knocked over every night, right? So you hire a private eye to monitor your trash can, right? Okay, the next morning the private eye says, so here's 10 things it could be. It could be a raccoon. It could be the wind. It could be a malicious person walking down the street knocking over your can who they don't like you. It could be like, wait a minute, but you're a private eye. It's your job to look into what's going on. And help me with it.
I had no idea if that was a part of the fucking video or not, but god damn it, man. I listening to this, and I'm just thinking, first thing that comes to mind, why hire a private eye when you can just get a camera and just point it at the trash cans? The whole thing with Phil and his analogies, they're fucking stupid. They really are. And yet he thinks that these are fucking intelligent things to say. They're not.
Why are you just telling me what it could have been? Why don't you tell me what it is?
Phil, because the reason why you're bringing this up, though, is because this analogy is going nowhere. You think that this is an intelligent way for you to say, this is what YouTube is doing to me, comparing it to a private eye. It really isn't.
Oh, well, that requires work. Correct.
Yeah, it requires work. At least they're doing their jobs. What about you?
You're working. You're at a job, and your job is to work. Not to just copy-paste possibilities, but to actually look into the situation and tell me what caused it.
This is the kind of motherfucker that will say that he's working, yet he's sitting back doing fucking nothing. And at the end of the day, he's trying to take credit for all the work that someone else is doing. But he's also the same person that wants you to do their job, and as soon as they come back saying, hey, we did our job, here's the results, he's not satisfied, and he wants you to work harder and try to figure out what's going on with him, even though you already gave him the fucking answer in pure black and white text.
Not to tell me what it could have been. This is infamously what YouTube does.
Is it? Are there any evidence of this, Phil? Look it up. Google exists.
They don't actually work. They just tell you what it might be. It was,
again, because you're not asking the question in the right way. So they're going to give you something that it could be. A what-if scenario or shoulda, coulda, woulda scenario, Phil. That's what they're trying to give you. Because at the end of the day, no one knows for sure what's going to happen. So they're just giving you some ideas. And for you to play with those ideas. But no, you don't want to play with those ideas. Instead, you want to take those ideas and just throw it back in their face like, no, try harder next time.
So funny, it was years ago. I remember there was this big epidemic like 5-6 years ago where everyone on YouTube was complaining that people were being unsubbed from their channels. So people would actively subscribe to a YouTube channel. And then all of a sudden, they'd notice the next day they're not subbed anymore.
Well, Phil, it's because that was a glitch, and YouTube actually saw that and they fixed it. They corrected it. Why is it that you're saying that they're not doing anything when they actually are doing something about it?
What gives? I want to be subbed to this channel. Why do you unsub me? And it was a big problem because people were putting out videos. People didn't know that the videos were going out. And all these content creators got together and gave all their evidence to YouTube. YouTube responded, oh, that's not happening. We don't know what you're talking about.
Again, do you have any evidence to back this up, Phil? Do you have any proof to your claims? No? Then shut the fuck up.
And then they fixed it. That's how YouTube operates. They'll
I wouldn't say that they don't know what's going on or they say there is no problem. Instead, they'll be like, we're looking into it to see if we can get this resolved. The way that you're describing it is just a bunch of fucking idiots getting together going, duh, I don't know. It's not us. That's what you're thinking that they are. When in reality, if you ran YouTube, that was the same shit that you would do.
deny, and do nothing.
Huh, sounds like you.
And then they'll just fix it behind the scenes. Because they know there's a problem, but they won't actually actively do anything up front to help, and then they'll act like nothing ever happened, but it'll be fixed.
Phil, if it's a lot of people coming to YouTube and saying that there's an issue and they don't even know about it, they're trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with it, and they're trying their best to fix it. And guess what, Phil? They do fix it. But no, you just want to sit there pretending that they don't know what they're talking about, that they're going to feign concern, they're going to feign attention spans, but instead, they're just going to do nothing about it, and just magically it gets fixed. Like a unicorn farting on it, and it makes it all better.
Right?
When I say that analogy, I do apologize. He wishes that a unicorn would fart on his career to make himself relevant.
So basically, here's the deal. Okay? I don't know what happened, but I have been checking other days. I did look at other days when other people either became a member or gifted memberships. And I can tell you this, I am getting credit for other memberships. It just seems to be those member bombs, the giant ones, that I received last week. That's the issue. Other people who gifted smaller member bombs, like there's some people who did like 5 or 10 members each, 1 member each, those all counted.
Yeah, those all counted, but he won't give him a shout out of who gave him the member bombs or gifting 1 membership. Yeah, you're not Nikita or Duty. You're not the ones that are going to get the high praise of giving you a shitload of bombs. But I love the fact that you're looking into this a lot more frequently, auditing your fucking analytics. For a guy that proclaims that he's not doing this for money, he's clearly caring about the money. He wants to know how much he's being owed. And yet, for some reason, he thinks that YouTube is breaking the law. It's just fucking dumb.
It's only those 200, 100, those 3 big member bombs. Those are the ones that are in limbo and for some reason have never been counted against my channel.
Again, they're taking their time with it to figure out if they're real or not and to see what currencies are being used. Again, it takes a while, Phil.
Okay? So,
fucking disgusting little pig. Just does a little snort belch into the mic and then blows his nose. And yet people come to him for gaming quality.
So, it sucks, but what can you do? Because it's funny because some people were saying, is it safe? I know this sounds weird. Is it safe for us to support your channel? Yes.
I can't. I fucking can't, though. Because how Phil was, like, proclaiming this around, parading around that YouTube is fucking with his channel, that they're breaking the law, constantly letting his chat know that, hey, guys, I'm dealing with a lot of issues with YouTube right now. YouTube sucks. They're bought. They don't know what they're doing. All the memberships. You still have the memberships, but I'm suffering right now. Spread panic all around. That's how he viewed it as. It was panic mode after salty panic mode that he was worried that he's not going to get his money. And yet he's telling you right now, it's like, some people are saying that it's, is it safe to give money to you? He's like, well, yeah, I want the money.
Well, let's see.
God damn. God fucking damn. What the fuck was that? What was that?
Yes.
God, what the fuck was up with that little laugh? That fucking, like, fake-ass laugh that he did. It's like saying, oh, you're a bunch of fucking idiots for not thinking that it's safe to give me money. Darkside Filipio wants your money.
Well, let's see. Either you just don't support at all and I go out of business.
Well, then again, Phil, this is never a fucking business from the fucking get-go because you're constantly begging for money and crying broke.
Right? Or perhaps you take a chance that it'll probably work, and then I stay in business and make content for you continuing on. Yeah.
So, you're saying that it is A-O-fucking-K for people to throw money at you on a gamble, hoping that it would work, other than not giving you money, you take a little bit of a dip, but you're afraid that that one little tiny dip is going to put you out of business. Maximum reward, minimum risk, or no risks at all. The Phil Burnell motto.
Yes. I mean, it's a silly thing, and I understand people don't want to be throwing money into the abyss at YouTube.
Oh, then again, a lot of them tend to do that quite a lot, and it goes straight into the Scopely void.
I buy something from YouTube that's supposed to support Phil, and it's not supporting it, right?
Even though it is supporting him, but yet Phil's making this into a big fucking fiasco over nothing.
I'll just tell you this. If you are so afraid, okay, that any contribution you're giving me isn't counting, I mean, there's other ways around that. There's other ways to support.
Oh, god damn it. So he's saying if you're not happy with the way that YouTube is fucking him in the ass, that there's other ways, guys. Just pull on the lube and go straight into PayPal. He's trying to tell you the tip. Are you so basted with greed that if we squeeze your fucking brain, that it would just be nothing but gin and pennies?
You could always send me a tip. You could always pledge to my Patreon, all right?
I completely forgot about his Patreon.
I'm not telling you to do that, because what I've seen in the data is that Super Chats 100% are working.
Phil, you're telling them to go ahead and give you tips on PayPal and to go to your Patreon page. You're telling them to do that, and you're immediately lying by saying that, no, you could still Super Chat me, guys, those are fine, but just give me the money so I can give it to Hoagie, please.
For sure. All those Super Chats I got that week, remember I got a couple really big ones last week? They all counted, and that's all recorded properly.
Recorded properly? Like he's a fucking tax accountant and he's trying to put an audit of what he got. Even though this man who has a quote-unquote business degree doesn't realize that his business is failing.
And the other gifted memberships, all are good. It's only those particular big member bombs, all right, that are...
Phil, the reason why they're looking into it, now I already said it before, they might be fraudulent. It's the same thing with when people were getting their accounts frozen on PayPal, constantly giving you the 30, 30, 20, 30, 30, 30, 20, 15, 30, 30, 50. All within either 2 at a time in a day or every fucking day. Because they look into it to make sure if it's actually legitimate or not. They're looking into it to protect themselves. But you, Phil, on the other hand, you're thinking that they're not doing their job and that they're lazy and that they're trying to pocket the money for themselves. Even though that's what you do to your fucking audience on an everyday fucking basis.
The problem. So don't feel afraid, oh my god, I'm going to renew my membership, is it going to count? Yeah, it's counting. It's just that it looks like that one thing, and that the unfortunate part is that's a huge thing.
Yeah, it's counting for the memberships, but yet not for the 2 to 100s. Not for those. But apparently it's counting somehow, but yet this isn't a big deal, but it's a big deal in the mind of Darkside Phil.
500 gifted memberships is a lot.
No fucking shit, Phil. No fucking shit. What next? Are you gonna say 1,000 is that a big number too?
Do the math. I'm not even kidding. It's over $1,000, and that would help a ton this month because.
Hold on.
The fortunate part is that's a huge thing. 500 gifted memberships is a lot. If you do the math, I'm not even kidding. It's over $1,000.
Not really, Phil. Depending on the currencies, sometimes you might get like close to 50. Maybe you'll get about 1,000, maybe 30,000. But yeah, he's trying to like short ball it to make sure that, oh yeah, if I say I have a low number, then people will give me more money. But if you tell them a higher number, they won't give you money, and that terrifies you. The bigger the amount, the less you get. The lower the amount, the more you get. It's a weird way to manipulate your audience, Phil. But again, most of your audience doesn't even know what currencies mean or what currency conversion means.
And that would help a ton this month because all the ad revenue on YouTube plummets on January. So
how does it plummet on January, Phil? Do you have any evidence to back this up?
All that extra ad revenue I was getting in the fall is gone now. And that would help to make...
Yeah, it's gone now because I'm sick.
Make up for that loss. And there's nothing I can really do about that. All right? So, if you want to support the channel, please do. If I get any updates on this, I hope I would. Now, yesterday during my Resident Evil 0 stream, when they hit me with the form letter response, like literally it was 10 facts with 0 specific information, just general information that doesn't really apply to me. I responded back to the email and I said, this is not what I want. This is not help. You are basically giving me form letter stuff that doesn't apply to me. Your information is incorrect. This is a violation of your partner agreement. If you don't pay me for those gifted memberships, or if you don't give me a reason why you're not paying me, you're actually violating the partner agreement, which is a violation of a contract in the state of California, and you're liable for it. So I want an answer.
Yeah, I want an answer, even though I'm threatening you in this fucking email saying that you're breaking the law, you're breaching terms of service, throwing allegations at your fucking employer that they're doing shit against you. Like, Phil, aren't you the same motherfucker that tells someone to break terms of service even though they got banned on YouTube to make another account, but don't tell anybody that it's you? You're that guy, Phil. You're also the same motherfucker that tried to take bounties on fucking Call of Duty. And when someone called your ass out, you banned them. It's like, I'm not doing that. No. These are just special events, special challenges for my audience and I to interact. Money. That's all that it's mattering to you. You don't give a fuck about your audience being happy, in quotes, with the memberships that they've received. The only thing you're caring about is the money that you're supposedly owed. When in reality, you're not owed anything. Don't have that mindset where you're automatically thinking that you're entitled to something when you're really fucking not. That just makes everybody around you and people that talk shit about you makes us want to talk shit about you even more. Do you not realize that, Philip? I just got tongue-tied.
And, of course, here we are. 20 hours, 22 hours, 0.
Oh, you're counting down the hours now? Wow.
0 response. Because, again, this is how YouTube operates. They probably won't respond. And then all of a sudden, I'll get the revenue. It'll show. Or I will get a message about, oh, just so you know, those were fraudulent and therefore you're not getting it. Like, that's how YouTube operates. They'll ignore you, won't acknowledge anything, and then there's a resolution.
Phil, do you not realize that if you're talking in a very harsh tone or you're actually saying things that are very much profane towards the person trying to help you, they will not work with you. They will close it down right then and there. Because, again, it's a call center. They will not tolerate people that are using their site, using their support channel to fucking get harassed and fucking berated by assholes like you. But yet all of a sudden you're thinking that, oh, they didn't respond to me. I wonder why that is. Oh, I don't know. You threatening that they're breaking the law and that they're responsible? You know, all this shit that you're just throwing out? These allegations?
That's just how they work.
And also, you're saying that this is how they work, when in reality, you don't know how anything works. So fuck what you think you know about how things work, and actually do some fucking research once in your life.
Never in my entire history of me working with YouTube have I ever seen them, when I've asked them for something like this, have they ever admitted that something's wrong on their fault and they'll fix it.
Even though most of the time they'll just be like, we don't know what's going on at this time, we're trying our best to fix it. But you misconstrue that as, duh, we're not doing nothing wrong, we're doing everything correct. AKA the Phil Burnell mindset.
Never. It's always bullshit. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is, but yet YouTube sucks in your eyes.
I hope that you guys are you know, don't feel like this is a big deal, because in reality, is it...
Phil, you're making it a big fucking deal, and you're trying to backpedal by saying, guys, this isn't a big deal. This isn't a big deal at all, guys. Don't panic, even though I've been panicking for days and I'm not receiving the ad revenue that you're throwing at me. Give me more money, guys, please. It'll make everything all better. It's like, Phil, that's fucking scummy. Stop it.
The end of, or is it a make or break situation? It's not. It's very unfortunate.
You're making it a make or break situation right fucking now. And yet you're telling your audience that everything's okay, while the past few fucking days, you aired this whole shit out to your audience, and you're making it a big fucking deal. It's like, Phil, do you not know to do shit outside of the streams? It's clear as day that you don't, and you want to try to bring in your audience like they're the fucking stockholders and the shareholders of DSP Gaming. It's not their concern.
That I'm in this situation, but
yeah, you're in that situation. Not the people chatting in your streams, not the people like me reacting to this, not the ones that clip it, not the ones that watch it on demand. It is a you problem.
It does look to me like it's all right, you know, Everything else is working fine.
Yeah, everything else is working fine, but fuck YouTube. Pay me what you owe.
Please continue to act as business as usual. If you like the channel, please support it in any way, whether that be a membership, a gifted membership, a super chat, a super thanks, a tip, a Patreon pledge for a private video, or whatever you want to do.
And all of this is just for him to tell you, give me more money. Everything's fine. Money makes everything better. When it only makes Phil better, that way he can go on to Scopely and pull another 6-star.
all good and it all helps. All right, I don't want you to freak out because this is not the sky is falling, end of the world stuff.
But that's how you're proclaiming it, Phil. I'm repeating myself like a broken fucking record at this point. You're treating it like the sky is falling, like you're losing your house. You're treating it like you're losing everything. Just because they're not calculating your fucking memberships fast enough.
It just sucks that it has intervened into what I'm doing.
No, you did that, Phil. You could have just done it outside the stream, taken care of it outside of it. Because, again, it's not the audience's concern. But instead, you let it intervene. You're the one that reacted to them during the fucking stream. Again, you problem.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish that I could just operate smoothly and not have
Wait, apparate?
doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish that I could just operate smoothly.
You could just apparate? You could just disappear like a phantom? Holy shit, I wish you could.
And not have any issue, but instead we got a situation where you guys already knew about it because of...
The reason why they knew about it, Phil, is because you brought it up. You're the one that kept going on about how you're getting fucked out of money, but everyone else can keep their memberships. Yeah, you, dude.
What was everything going on and kind of messing up here, okay?
Yeah, and just looking at his chat, looking at see if anything happens. So I was like, yeah, does the chat believe me? Do they believe me, guys? Do you believe my story? Did I get a response from YouTube? Oh yeah, I did. They're fucking idiots.
I just got an Are you shitting me? I'm not even kidding you. I got an answer, and the answer is, of course, terrible.
I'm sorry, what?
Hold on, because I'm about to sneeze. I'm not kidding you. As we're doing the podcast, I just got an answer.
Phil, you could have just, I don't know, ignored it until it was over and then say, I'm taking a quick break to take care of this. But no, you just had to bring it out to the world yet again.
Ugh.
And you thought that leaving the mic on while you're blowing your nose and not even pushing out any snot out of the fucking nostril into the tissue would help anything. When in reality, you don't. I don't even think you know how to blow your nose right.
Let's see if you like this answer. I don't think I like the answer, but at
You don't like any answer that YouTube gives you, but yet for some reason you love YouTube.
least it's an answer. I can't believe live, as I'm telling you the story, we got our answer from YouTube. And it's
Breaking news, DSP gets answered, DSP mad, Hulk smash.
actually a legit answer this time. Okay? Are you ready? So basically, in a nutshell, because I just read it, here's what YouTube says how it works with gifted memberships, okay?
When Phil says that he's read it, he only caught glimpses of what he wants to read, and he's gonna paraphrase it. That's just the way that he operates. Hello, guys, listen to this, snort.
Let's say, for example, right now, I don't know, Gabriel. Gabriel, you're on the stream, right? There you are. Let's say you dropped a 10-member bomb on this channel.
Why are you using this as the analogy? Where are you going with this?
Right now, okay? So, boom, immediately in the chat, you would see 10 members have been gifted out, and it goes to these 10 people, and I would shout it out, right? Now, if those people are actively on the stream, okay, what you do, I don't know how this works. Do you claim it? When you guys get gifted a membership, do you manually claim the membership? Is there a process by which you're like, oh, you've been gifted a membership, congrats, and like click here or whatever? See, I don't know how it works.
Even though you've been on YouTube for 15 fucking years, going on 16 years, and yet you proclaim you know how YouTube works, but now you're saying you don't know how YouTube works. But yet you want to compare this to Twitch. Huh. There's a mute button on your mic for a reason.
Is that what it actually says? Can you guys confirm? Because anyone who's gotten a gifted membership, can you confirm how it works? How do you get the gifted membership?
You have to enable it. Done. And yet he's looking at his fucking chat, expecting a fucking answer, because he could have done this all on his own. He could have pulled out his fucking phone and just say, hey, this is how it works. Apparently, supposedly, this is how it works. But yeah, he's looking at his chat going, chat, you gotta help me. My life's in danger. Do you get the memberships or not?
So if you've ticked your box in settings, it's automatic. Okay. It's automatic once you opt in. It shows up, you'll end up getting an email saying you got one.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I know I'm treating this like one of my streams, but look at this. Look at his fucking lip.
Oh my God, look at this. If you opt in, it's considered automatic. Here's what YouTube just told me, okay?
Yeah, here's what YouTube told me, guys. I need to hear your input before I told you guys, but keep in mind, this isn't the end of the world.
Basically, what YouTube just told me is that so many memberships were gifted to the channel, all right, that basically they were assigned, but they won't count towards the channel until the person actively gets them.
Makes sense due to the fact that if they don't have the gifted memberships open and that they have to go in and see and they can manually do so, makes sense. But how is this a bad thing, Phil? At least they're giving you an option.
Now, I don't know what that means. They're calling it claimed.
Which, that's a good way to describe it.
That's what it says here, okay? So, it says, it shows that some of your gifted memberships from the previous days are claimed during later dates. That's what he just wrote me in the email, all right?
Yeah, because they're actually looking into it and they actually could determine which ones were automatic and which ones were not. I mean, what's so hard about that, Phil?
Right? So what YouTube is claiming doesn't mean this is true, because YouTube talks out of their ass all the time.
No, Phil, that's you talking out of your ass all the time. That's why we get scat humor from you.
All right? What YouTube is claiming is that on the days that the 200 member bomb came in, people weren't around to claim them all. The 200 people who got them weren't there. The day when they actually claim the membership, I'll get revenue for it. That's what they're saying.
Uh-huh. So they're not getting the memberships. The people that weren't sitting on their asses watching your stream didn't get the memberships, and yet somehow it's their fault. How is it that you're going to try to say that it's YouTube's fault? Now you say it's the other people's fault. There's a lot of fucking deflection here. Chug, chug, chug. Angry drink. Swish, swish. Yummy.
So, for example, again, if Gabriel gifted 10 memberships to the channel, and the 10 people who get those gifted memberships are sitting in the chat talking, that's considered claiming it instantly, and I get revenue for it right now.
AKA automatic, but that's not normally the case, Phil. There are some people that might get them, but they have to do it manually. They have to go in and claim it on their own, manually, not automatic. Again, how is it that I'm explaining this to you in elementary school levels, and you probably wouldn't understand it?
But in the case of gifting 200 memberships, okay, and I'm assuming all 200 people were not on the stream to claim them. Those people actively have to, I guess, log in or join a chat or do something to claim them.
Or they could just go into their, I don't know, purchases and memberships tab to see if they got one. I mean, there's a lot of things they could do, Phil. Why is it that you're making this a big fucking deal?
And then I get paid for it.
Yeah, you get paid for it, and they get the benefits of being a member of DSP Gaming.
That's what YouTube is telling me. So what YouTube is saying is, if you look at some future dates of your revenue, you'll notice that 1 or 2 days you've got a boosted revenue, and that's because some of the more memberships got claimed. So essentially, they're saying you should get credit for all the gifted memberships, but it's going to take a while, especially if with those 500 people, those aren't people who watch your content all the time. They have to actually actively show up and log in and everything, and then you'll get credit. That's what YouTube is telling me right now.
Essentially, what Phil's trying to tell all of his audience is, hey, guys, if you got a membership, please acknowledge it so I can get all the money that I so desperately earned, even though he did nothing to earn it.
Okay? And yes, for Helgen, to answer your question, that does mean you can get a gifted membership without being on the stream for sure. There could be someone who's like hasn't been on the stream for a while and gets a gifted membership, and if they don't acclaim it, then I don't get credit for it. That's what YouTube is saying.
Which, Phil, that is true, though. If someone actually did come to your stream and they were actually watching your stream, they probably won't be able to get it until they see it. I mean, it's not hard, Phil. Again, purchases memberships. Check. It's not hard. But you're making it more complicated than it already is.
Sarah says, makes sense. It's rare you have over 500 viewers. True. It's probably not enough active viewers to claim that amount of memberships. You're probably right. So basically what YouTube is saying is, we'll divvy them out, but the person actually has to log in, show up, and then it has to apply to the account, and then you'll get paid. So here it is a week later. And perhaps that first member bomb of 200, right? It got applied, but maybe half those people didn't log into their accounts or haven't been on my channel, so they don't get them. So if they don't get them, I don't get paid for it.
I just love the fact that shut up, Phil. I just love the fact that Phil is just sitting there, just telling everybody that I didn't get paid because they weren't there watching. It's like, Phil, people have lives outside of watching your streams. You need to keep that in mind. But you think that these people are mindless drones just sitting there on their phone, on their laptop, on their desktop, watching it on their console, making sure to watch you. That's what you want. Just a mindless cult to constantly watch you day in and day out, except for your day off, though. Then they start going to a panic that Darkside Phil's not there on his day off, and then come back asking about dinner questions. Again, you just want all these people to give you money because that's all you're caring about, is money.
Wow. It's interesting how that works, huh? So
at least they gave you a fucking solution.
I guess we'll have to see. So, for example, 672 just gifted a membership. That went to Barrel Shroud. Congrats, Barrel Shroud. Thank you, 672. That I get counted for right away. Barrel Shroud's here. That immediately I get credit for that. But if people do giant bombs...
Before he goes on about the giant bombs things, how do you know that that viewer was particularly there? Did he go to his participants and actually saw that he was there? Don't think so.
There's no guarantee if and when I'm going to get them. Right? SB says, maybe it's an anti-money laundering thing. Criminals could mass give memberships to launder their money. So they need actual active users. Yeah, I could see that.
Wait. Huh? What? Huh?
SB says, maybe it's an anti-money laundering thing. Criminals could mass give memberships to launder their money. So they need actual active users. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I could see that YouTube is running a money laundering scheme. What the fuck are you on about? Goddamn, your chat and yourself are truly dented.
I could definitely see that, but the problem with that is YouTube's taking a cut. Why would you launder money through like YouTube? I mean, this could be Twitch as well. This isn't just one thing.
Oh, yep, here we go. Try to throw Twitch underneath the fucking bus.
How would you launder money? You're losing a giant cut. Like from what YouTube told me yesterday in their email, YouTube keeps 30% and the streamer gets 70%. And that's better because on Twitch it's 50-50. Here it's 70-30 split. So I get way more on this site than I would have gotten on Twitch.
I love the fact that he had to bring up the fact that he's getting 70% of the cut and that he's happy he's getting money, but yet at the same time is bitching and complaining that YouTube is taking away his money, not paying him. Like, you can't say you love YouTube and say you hate it at the same time. Don't bite the hand that feeds you, Phil.
That would be a pretty ineffective way to launder money, don't you think?
I mean, they could always just donate to your PayPal account and get their accounts frozen.
You know, I think so. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. All right, so this is at least we got an answer.
Yeah, you got an answer, but yet you're not satisfied with it. All the answers that you've been given as a way to help you figure out what's going on with it, you're never going to be satisfied. Instead, you're going to put on the Karen wig, go back to your fucking computer, and type an angry email telling them that I need to speak to your supervisor, I'm not satisfied. And where? Just crying rivers upon rivers where nobody cares.
Do you like the answer? I don't know if I like the answer. I think that at least I have an answer. I'm glad that I got an answer.
Yeah, I got an answer, but I don't like it.
I think I like the answer, though. Like, someone paid for those memberships.
Yeah, someone paid, but which currency, Phil? Again, you do not know.
The money was taken. Those memberships were divvied out.
Okay, so if the money was taken, how would you know that it was actually working, Phil? How would you know that it went through? There's a lot of speculations that can go on with that, saying that you emailed someone behind the scenes on Discord saying, hey, give me the memberships because I'm desperately needing money.
I don't care if anyone ever logs into their account to claim it. I should get credit for it. Right?
You should get credit for it, but again, there's a cut that needs to be taken out. They need to convert it from the currency conversion. Again, Phil, there's a lot of options that they're doing to reason why you're not getting paid, and they just gave you another one that you didn't even think of, which was them claiming the memberships. But yet, all of a sudden, you're still not satisfied with any answers.
From what I'm going to understand, and I think the only person that could really answer this, I know this would be weird, would be Only Iced Coffee.
Why? Why Only Iced Coffee? Why?
Because when gifted memberships began, I think it was like 2.5 years ago, or 1.5 years ago, Only Iced Coffee was the first person to buy them. And you know what happened when he, I guess, well, at this point, they bought them?
I love the fact that you won't even acknowledge the fact that it's she or why she. Instead, you're immediately going to no, they gave up. It's like, why single out the one person that has multiple sock accounts? I mean, it's just bewildering right now.
Sorry, because I believe they're transitioning, and I think at that point, Only Iced Coffee was he, but now it's she. So now I have no idea what to say. And now
yeah, you have no idea what to say because someone who claims to be a proud ally of the LGBTQ community is very speechless and tongue-tied when trying to figure out people's genders. I mean, proud ally, ladies and gents.
I probably look like a jackass no matter what I say, so I'm just going to say they, okay?
Well, Phil, you automatically look like a jackass either fucking or. Nothing will change that.
Okay. So if Only Iced Coffee was the first person to buy gifted memberships, you know what happened? They got refunded.
How so? How would they get refunded? The only way that it could truly be refunded is if nobody gets them. That's why.
Now, I don't know if they all got refunded, if some got refunded.
No, in this case, all would be refunded. Take, for example, King Sly had a stream. He got memberships. I tried giving memberships. I got refunded because it wasn't set up yet. Again, that could have possibly been the case with you, Phil. But again, you just want to bring up Only Iced Coffee because, you know, whale, after all, give me money.
Because what happened was people had to sign up for the memberships first to say, oh, I approve them, I'll accept them. And no one had because it had just launched.
It had just launched, guys. Just like that snort just launched up my nose.
So they got refunded. But did they get refunded for all? Did some get refunded? How did it work? Because I'm sorry, but I'll be honest with you. I'll be pretty upset if people are supporting my channel, buying gifted memberships, and YouTube keeps the money and doesn't refund it if they don't get assigned, right?
If they don't get assigned, like it's a fucking school. It's like, you get a membership, you get a membership, you get a membership. Oh, what's that? You're a premium user? No, you get to go in the other class.
That doesn't make sense to me at all. It's like, I don't care if anyone ever uses the membership. The whole point of...
Phil, you're saying that you don't care if they get the membership. Yeah, that part is clear. You're only caring about the money that you get out of it. I mean, broken record is just broken record.
Gifted memberships is to help the streamer, right?
Yeah, help you, because you're a greedy little pig roach.
That's the point. You're trying to help the community, help the streamer.
No. You don't give a fuck about community at all. You just admitted that you don't care if they get memberships or not. You just care about the money that the memberships give you.
Even if you buy 100 gifted memberships and only 70 get assigned, the other 30, what happens to them? Just fucking give them out anyway. You know what I mean? Even if...
No, I would not say give them out immediately. That's forcing a membership onto them that they have to pay. They have to accept it, Phil. They have to go in and claim it as a membership for them. They don't have to do that, Phil. In that case, most of those, the 30, will probably get refunded within a few days, maybe a week. Who knows?
If the person never uses it, it should still count. I don't like that.
Yeah, you don't like that because you're not getting your money. When your wallet's affected, you hate it. And instead, you're going to find many other factors to blame. Anyone that comes to your mind. And in this case, it's YouTube.
So, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see exactly how this is working. But, according to YouTube, over the next, I guess, days to weeks, I should slowly get credit for all of those memberships. Like a trickle. Which sounds like bullshit to me.
How so? How is it bullshit when you lack patience?
Sounds like the moment that that's charged and cleared, I should get credit. Transaction's done.
You're just an ungrateful little bitch right now. You got the memberships from all of them. The 500 you got. You automatically have ways so you can build the community, rise up, cult. That's exactly what you're wanting. But you're not satisfied because you don't have money. That RE0 stream was definitely a sign of it, because you were bitching and complaining that you were the victim in all of this. And what happens? Someone gives you $100 and you put on the vest, you put on the hat, and you are happier than a pig in shit because you got money out of it with a sob story. That's all that you're using this for, as a way to say that you're the victim, YouTube is trying to fuck you, and that everyone else is affected when it's only you. And you're protruding that onto your audience.
That way, everyone is good on every end. No one's unhappy, right?
Except for you. You're always unhappy.
I think that's nonsense. But again, I don't run YouTube. And
if you ran YouTube, Phil, I'm not gonna lie, it would fail within a week. Well, scratch that. That's too generous. 2 days.
the people in charge over there do whatever they want.
Even though you have no evidence to back this up at all.
They certainly don't do things in any kind of a logical way for people who use the site. That's another thing that I've known from over the years using YouTube, that the way they run that site is based on a behind-the-scenes weird coding mentality.
Mentality?
The way they run that site is based on a behind-the-scenes weird coding mentality.
Mentality? You mean mentality? Phil, your mushmouth is coming a lot more when you're trying to lie and blame other people for shit. I've noticed that quite more and more, that your mushmouth, the whole thing about apparate, mentality, all these words that aren't even words, or they're words, but they're used the wrong way.
They don't actually do, like, they have book smarts and no street smarts, right?
Phil, you have neither of those.
Right? They understand the code, they understand the technicality, they don't understand the day-to-day use of the site. So,
even though they have, I don't know, testers that can actually test it, they do have people that can look into the site, or people that do frequent the site, just to see how things are running, Phil. Do you not understand this?
people who actually use the site every day say,
not everybody uses YouTube, Phil. I mean, there's Twitter, there's Facebook, there's, other sites.
that doesn't make sense. You're changing something on the site. It doesn't make sense this way. Do it this way. And they're like, huh? They don't even understand how the site works. And they're the ones who run it, you know?
Claim the one that thinks that he knows how to run this site, even though he is not book smart, doesn't know how coding works, doesn't know how development works or how to plan things, but yet he's only caring about the maximum profit, aka the money that he will get.
We got our live answer. That was amazing coincidence that we got our live answer as I'm streaming.
And yet you brought it right back to your audience, making it their problem, which again, it's a you problem. You know, I actually wanted to end it there, but he did do his DSP React show, and it was just kinda I'd rather not do that. Instead, I'm just gonna go play Harot instead. Well, maybe on second thought.
Vertical is the love child between myself and the incredible team at ADAM. You may have heard.
So this is an advertisement. Wait, now I'm really confused.
Oh, great. If there's a video that has advertisements, then the video's gonna suck, according to DSP.
So wait, his first segment was a paid ad, and the rest of the video is an ad for his own product.
What is there to laugh about, Phil? The guy's successful enough to have his own product and to also be, promoted with a paid promotion. I mean, what's so hard about that, Phil? It seems like you have a problem with people actually being more successful than you are, but yet you're going to call them failures and that you're more successful.
The whole video is just an ad. What on earth? Seriously.
What on earth? Seriously, this is an ad? I don't get any of those paid promotional things. What?
And the name of his video is OBS's biggest update ever. It has nothing to do with an OBS update.
The thing is with Phil, though, is that he'll watch a video, he'll see an ad, and be like, well, this has nothing to do with the fucking video. Doesn't even bother to go straight into the fucking video itself to figure out the updates or just anything of that sort. Instead, he's just going to sit there and go, yep, this video sucks. Skip.
It's an ad for someone else's product and an ad for his. It's not an OBS update at all. You're a fucking scumbag. Take the paycheck, take the bag, be a fucking loser shill, and have no credibility whatsoever to anything you say or do. This stuff...
Oh, god damn it. So I know that this is a memology video, so that I'm going to expect to react to this too. I hate it when Phil talks like a young child, like how you do, fellow kids, when he's saying get the bag, get the paycheck, mid. And when he says all these like Zoomer terms, as people like to call it, it's really fucking annoying. It's just cringe coming from Phil. Absolute fucking cringe. Hella cringe.
It truly frustrates me, man. It does. This is what people watch. 217,000 views. People thought, oh, this is an actual video about an OBS update. It has nothing to do with an OBS update.
Hey, Phil, what if they actually watch the video because they like the guy who's talking? They like the personality, Phil. Hey, did you ever think about that one? Instead of you just bitching and complaining that idiots like content like this, even though, let's look at your view count, you barely could maintain anything like that, and you wish you could get 217,000 views?
And this is just common on YouTube these days, right? This kind of shit.
Well, what's so common about it, Phil? Someone with a good personality providing a video that's either informative or entertaining? Is that like some crime against humanity?
I mean, do we even want to see? Do we want to hear this at this point?
No, you don't, because you saw the ads, got jealous and butthurt. You're like, I don't want to watch this anymore. Chat, do you want to watch this? I don't.
Are you as upset as I am?
No, they're not upset as you are. Except for the ones that are so fucking pignatized to the point they had to agree with you. Yes, Daddy Philip. Yes, Cult Leader Phil. We hate this video. Please skip. It's like, goddamn, let your chat have a mind of their fucking own.
That this video exists? Do you even want to watch the rest of the content of this video?
Even though most of the people that gave this video, maybe the person that gave you the fucking video, Phil, wants you to watch it. And what you just told him was like, ha, thanks for the money for the membership, stupid. I'm not even going to watch this video.
Right? Like, now I'm so turned off. I'm like, I don't even care if this is a good thing to auto clip.
Yeah, just because it has ads, it's automatically bad. I mean, just look at that face. Do you trust a man that looks like this telling you that something is bad, yet provides you with garbage?
Shorts from my content. You already frustrated me. And by the way, I know that this benefits you because it's your product. So now I don't even want to use it. Because you deceptively gave me a fucking video about bullshit.
He didn't deceivingly do so, Phil. It's not like he's saying that OBS is partnered with his fucking product. If you want to use OBS, you gotta get his product to make it work. He's not deceiving you. Instead, you want to look at all these people. Doesn't matter if it's your favorite content creator like AVGN. They can have an ad in their video and you're like, oh, they deceived me. They showed an ad for ExpressVPN. They don't use it, those fucking dumbasses. I'm not going to watch it anymore because this video sucks.
Right? It pisses me off.
It only pisses you off because you're jealous. It's always jealousy with you. And also envy with you. Because you wish you could have it, but you can't have it. And you hate it when other people have it.
Okay.
Oh my god. Why do you have to do this to poor fast food workers? By the way, 6.1 million views. All they want to do is get through their day. They don't like their job. They don't.
Well, Phil, you clearly don't like your fucking job at all. But yet you said you love your job. Also, fun fact about this video, even though it has 6.1 million views, the video came out 11 years ago. So he's bitching and complaining about a video that's old. Like, for God's sakes, what is your deal?
Don't get paid a lot. All they want to do is get through their fucking day. And you got to drive up to the fucking White Castle in an ET mask acting like a jackass. Just fucking order your food like a normal human and go away.
What if this person is actually trying to make someone else's day better or also make them confused? Because if someone did that to me, if I was working in a fast food place, I'm not gonna lie, I would laugh. I'd be like, what the fuck did I just see? What is this? I would think it's funny. But you, Phil, don't like it when other people have fun or try to bring joy and happiness and fun to other people's lives. Instead, you want to take the fun and just suck it out like a vacuum. And oh my god, it's all over the place. Cat broke it again?
Because this person got 6.1 million views and monetized it, so they probably made, no exaggeration, thousands of dollars on this video.
Hey Phil, it's also an old video. 11 years. Did you ever think about that, dumbass? No, I didn't think so.
And this poor person basically has to waste their fucking time, right?
How are they wasting their time? They couldn't hear what he had to say because of the mask. And he's gonna drive up to the window and see E.T. ordering something from White Castle. And it's just, again, it's fun. You don't like fun.
An asshole. That actually legit pisses me off.
Oh, that pisses me off when people are having fun and spreading joy. It's like, goddamn, fucking Krampus over here hates it when Santa Claus is spreading joy around.
All right, let's do one more video.
I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct.
Like a Hellcat V8.
Oh no, Dracula to flow. No. I almost said Dracula to flow. Oh no.
Smoking shit.
4.1 million views.
Yes, 4.1 million views because Dracula Flow is funny. Like, for God's sake, a guy dressed up as Dracula, spitting bars and just making something that's completely fucking stupid. Phil, this is funny. It's fun. It's stupid, but it's great entertainment. What's your damage here, buddy?
I might have to quit the show.
Oh, please fucking do, because DSP Reacts goes nowhere fast.
I might have to quit. I don't know if I can keep going.
Oh, you didn't want to keep this going. You maybe want to keep this going for like the first few months, and then after a while, no one's supporting me, guys. My content's getting demonetized. Oh my god, the world is ending. DSP Reacts is a fucking failure. But I'm going to keep it going because you guys like it. Oh, hey, Ultra members, $20 memberships. Oh my god, I guess I gotta keep going.
First the gummy bear shit, and now this. I don't.
For record, he's talking about the gummy bear video that Aaron Hansen and Dan Avidan, aka Game Grumps, did, and he hated that video because it's just someone having fun with it, eating a 5-pound gummy bear, and he called it stupid. It's like, Phil, let people make content in their own way. If that's the way of them spreading joy, spreading entertainment, I know it's completely subjective, but let them do so. They're content creators, Phil. Just like how I'm a content creator. That I'm creating content right now. I'm spreading joy and entertainment to somebody. But what, you're gonna look at a video like mine and be like, what the fuck? This is stupid? Why the fuck is this stupid, guys? Why do people like this? Can I get rid of this?
I don't know if I can keep going, man. This is, this is ridiculous. What the fuck is going on?
Also, big ups to brand new soundboard.
They must have amnesia. They forgot that I'm him.
And who are the 4.1 million fucking idiots who watch this?
Hey, Phil, I'm one of those fucking idiots that watched this video, maybe multiple fucking times. But I gave those views to that because it's funny, it's entertaining, it provides joy to people, even though it's completely fucking asinine. It's a way for someone to create something to spread entertainment to the world. YouTube is a site where people can upload anything and everything, well, with certain limitations, and to try to, I don't know, express themselves. That's what this is, and 4.1 million people liked it, except for one person. You.
Oh. I guess the joke's on me because I'm 4.10001 or whatever, right?
I don't think he really knows how any of this fucking shit works. I don't think he knows how the numbers work for views.
I watched it.
No, you didn't. You only got maybe a little bit into the video and you fucking stopped.
I gave it a view. Can I erase my view? Is there a way to erase your view?
Wow. Just fucking wow. You saw a video, you called it stupid, and you're like, I don't want people to watch it. I want to get rid of my view so it doesn't count. You know what, fucker? Go ahead and delete your view, because another one, maybe 100 more views can take over your one view that you're removing. Maybe 2, because you had to watch it to pre-screen it, like you always do.
After watching a video? Because I don't want it to count.
And this is how petty this motherfucker is. He doesn't want someone that is looking like an idiot as Dracula spitting bars to provide entertainment. He hates it when people do something better. They can take something that's completely fucking simple, like this, and just make it funny. But yeah, he's gonna sit there and tell you the amount of times that he puts out a video with a thumbnail he didn't even fucking make, a title he didn't even fucking think of, gameplay that is so fucking garbage that all these other kids out there could be like, I can play this game better than him, and they can beat the game better than him. He is that person that will tell you that he's doing hard work, reacting to the content that people send to him. He's not looking for the content to react to. He wants other people to do it for him. He wants other people to do the DSP throwback channel, upscale the video, steal content. It doesn't matter. Just have it up there so I can upload it and make profit. That's all he cares about, is just sitting there proclaiming he's a hard fucking worker when he really fucking isn't. And yet he's want to sit there going, oh, this is stupid. Why am I watching this? You know what, Phil? I'll respond to this with a question. Why the fuck are you keeping DSP Reacts going when it's a fucking failure? Just showing off more and more of your goddamn failure.
Seriously.
Yeah, seriously, Phil. I'm not fucking kidding. You're a goddamn failure. The Turkey Tom documentary title is not wrong about you.
I don't know. What's happened to humanity?
What happened to humanity is that there's some good in humanity. Granted, not all of it's going to be good. Maybe about 12% is not good at all. But at least there are people out there that are actually making content to spread joy, to spread laughter. Because at the end of the day, the world needs laughter. But not from you, because yours is fake.
I feel like when I started on YouTube, there was some hope, right? It's like, wow.
It was only hopeful for you because you got your ass fired from a job and you're trying your best to get money from the internet. That's the only reason why you thought it was quote-unquote hopeful.
Hopeful place where you can go to upload content that has, like, there's humor and there's spirit.
There's still spirit and humor on YouTube in the year 2024, Phil. There's always going to be that way. There's going to be people that can spread around information, spread around laughter, spread around joy, spread around experiences that most people will never experience, but see someone else do it and go, wow, that's amazing. It's a great thing to watch. But someone like you who has no fucking spirit in what he creates, no passion or drive to improve his own content, but wants other people to do so and think, I'm doing better than everyone else while you're believing your own bootstrap mentality and theories. It's like, Phil, what you're doing is nothing good, but yet you're going to shit on someone else for having spirit and humor. It's just, wow.
And there's hope of something good.
Well, Phil, Dracula Flow is good. You're not.
Why did you do that? Yo, it's Mac. Sean McAllister, yo. The Token Black is here. Token Black is here.
Yeah, keep that in mind, because he thinks that everyone else being humorous and not like what Phil does is worse compared to what he does with that clip of Mac in the car. Yeah, he thinks that's funny compared to what everyone else is creating. It's like, my God, Phil, there's some people out there that aren't even funny, but they're funny because they're not trying. You're trying too hard, and it's clearly showing.
And now I've started watching the content from YouTube on this show over the last year. And now I just have to scratch my head of what has really happened. See, what it is
what happened is that as time goes on, there's more creativity out there. There's more people inspired by older content, and they're making it their own, giving it a sense of individuality. While meanwhile, you're sitting there going that you inspired multiple people to do Let's Plays when you're not even the fucking forefather of the Let's Play. That goes to Slow Beef and also Nintendo Capri Sun and Chuck Conroy because, you know, the OGs. And yet you want to say that you reviewed the Review Bra, that he was inspired by you. When in reality, Phil, no one was inspired by you at all. Instead, you're just sitting there just going, oh, I'm better than everyone else. And yet, I don't know what happened to YouTube. It just went to shit.
I'm an isolated individual.
That's clearly noted.
I just stick to my stuff. You know that. Like, I just stick to my stuff. I don't venture outside of the realms of stuff that interests me or you.
Yeah, the reason why you don't want to go out and expand your horizons or broaden your mindset is because it would break your pea-brain little fucking mind.
Because you guys turn me on to different stuff at times.
Even though you watch all the content, you're staring at what people are giving to you, and you're like, what the fuck is this? This is fucking stupid. Skip, skip, skip.
The time to check out. But, like, I definitely stay in my own gaming circles and stuff.
You are in no fucking circles. What are you talking about? The only circle that you're in is the bubble of DSP, where you only allow certain people to come into your bubble and that they can just toss money at you. And if one speck in that bubble doesn't agree with you, you would kick it the fuck out and say, go somewhere else, because you're not agreeing with what I believe. You're not believing in my gospel, my truths that are all fiction. That's the only circle that you're a part of. You're not a part of anything special. FGC don't want you. Most Let's Players don't fucking want you. They shit on you. And most commentary people don't want you. Just no one on YouTube doesn't want to work with you. And when they do want to work with you, you don't want to work with them. So, again, you're just your own little circle.
And it's like, I don't get it. And people are like, well, here's what's popular on YouTube. You should watch some of these videos on DSP versus the internet.
Even though some of the videos that were given to Phil were really fucking old, going up to like 15, 16 years. And yet for some reason people think that, oh yeah, this is new and popular.
And now I watch it. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on this site?
What's going on this site? I already said what's going on this site. There's more creativity and there's more and more people creating content. And you don't like it because they're overshadowing you.
This is what people have uploaded, and this is what a lot of people have watched.
Yes, I watched it multiple times, Phil, because, again, Dracula Flow is great. And also, shout out to Brand New's soundboard. It's great.
I will continue to be him.
It's not even, you know, they upload it and people are like, wow, this is fucking stupid. I'll never watch this. And then, no.
No, I looked at that and thought it was stupid, but I went back for more because there are days where I feel down and I want something stupid to watch to bring my spirits up. Dracula Flow really fucking works. Civi 11 really fucking works. Super Gaming Bros works because there are content out there that if you're having a bad fucking day, I go and watch those because it brings a smile on my face. Just seeing the stupidity that some of these people can do or some informative things that they can bring out. But no, you don't like that because it's overshadowing you. You hate it.
Millions of views.
And you're jealous of it. We noticed.
You do realize you're going to die someday.
Oh, don't get philosophical with me, old man. Just fucking don't.
Do you know that? You're going to die. You're going to pass away. You will not have any more time to live on Earth at some point. It'll be the end of your cycle of existence. And you'll have spent time watching this and the gummy bear video. You understand that, right? You could have done anything else.
Okay, I know for a fact that I'm not promised tomorrow, that I have an expiration date due to whatever higher power tells me that I might die in 2060. Who fucking knows? I know my time here is limited. And what I want to watch and who I want to interact with and who I want to be with, just multiple factors in my life, I know at the end of the day, it is of my own choices. And I'm not going to let some 41-year-old man tell me that me watching Dracula Flow 3 is a waste of time. When the majority of things in life are time killers in the best possible fucking way. YouTube videos, video games, music, writing. There are a lot of things that people can do to pass the time. And you know what? At least I can look at all the things I've done, all the games I've played, all the music I've listened to, all the movies I've watched, all the YouTube videos I watched, and the people I've met along the way. Doesn't matter if it's online or in my personal life. I know for a fact that I know I did something good in my life and I am happy with the way my life turned out. That is something that you cannot fucking say. Not to me, not to your wife, not to your fucking family. You can't say that to anybody because deep down, you're fucking miserable. And you want everyone else to feel more miserable than you because you're a sad sack of shit that doesn't like any fun in life. Except for the fun that you think is enjoyable when it's boring as fuck.
Minuscule likelihood of a Russian incursion from the millions of unintegrated migrants who have...
I really hate this YouTube style where they talk over each other just like this and then they go to another thought that talks over the last thought, so it's just I know.
Hey Phil, what if it's a fucking cut? What if they were talking and they had a cut in the video because they messed up a line or two? That's not a bad thing, Phil. I mean, for God's sakes, I've done that quite a lot. I had to cut some things, and yeah, it doesn't sound right. But again, it's a cut. At least they're doing something, aka editing, something that you don't, but you hire a team of editors. Oh, no, excuse me. There are people that want to help your videos look better. You know, something that you could easily do yourself, but you don't want to put in the time or the effort.
Oh, it's a tried and true technique. They used to use this back when I was new on YouTube.
Even though those were, I don't know, vlogs?
big vloggers or
Oh, there you go.
bloggers would do this. Blah, 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 blah. It just cuts the next thought over the next thought and cuts out their pause to breathe. Dude.
I love the fact that Memeology is like in a way doing the same thing that Phil is mocking him for, like mocking this guy for. I think it's fucking funny. You know, big ups Memeology. Really spot on.
That's obnoxious.
No, Phil, what they're doing is not obnoxious. They're trying to keep the conversation or the topic going. Something that you don't seem to understand. Because Perfect Take Burnell, the guy that does a review, is like, hey guys, I'm Darkside Phil. Talk to you about a review about Resident Evil 4 Remake. The game is good. It's made by Capcom. Yeah, the game is great, guys. 5 out of 10. You see, what he does is stupid, and I just sounded more stupid while I'm doing that. I'm fucking goddamn done. Oh yeah, and he wants to talk about obnoxious, and yet the snorts. God damn it.
Like, no exaggeration, I can't stand it. It's so fake, and I can't even... Your brain naturally needs, like, a small pause every once in a while to process what's being said.
Phil, do you not understand that they're doing a take of, like, a paragraph, and then all of a sudden they're taking a moment to breathe, and then they go 3, 2, 1, and then continue their topic with a second paragraph? Do you not understand that? Or maybe they're probably going to cut to, like, a picture or something while that's talking over that. It'll go right back to them. Again, people have their own way to create content, and you just don't get it.
If you just constantly keep talking and never stop, you can't process anything someone is saying.
Phil, if I can't process what I'm saying, guess what I would do? You know what I'm doing, Phil? Hey, here's what I'm doing.
Needs, like, a small pause every once in a while to process what's being said.
See what I just did there, Phil? I just went back in the video and just listened to what you said again. Because guess what? If there's some things that you can't process, there's nothing wrong with rewinding the video to get the point across and to actually listen to the point, to get a good idea of what was said. There's nothing wrong with that. And what they're doing in this video, it's actually more intelligent. It's more nicely crafted. But again, you don't understand it because you don't know anything about editing.
If you just
15-year content creator, going on 16 years, has no idea what editing is.
Constantly keep talking and never stop, you can't process anything someone is saying.
Yes, you can. If you know how to say, oh, hey, I'm going to pause it here, go back. Okay, let me get that again. Okay, I got it. Again, there's nothing wrong with going back in the video. There's nothing wrong with rewinding it, Phil.
You need to shut the fuck up for half a second so we can understand what you're saying and try to let it sink in. Not...
Oh, god damn it, Phil. You're telling someone who is definitely taking a cut in between the takes of silence, of dead fucking air, so that they can keep the fucking topic going, to keep the conversation going, the video going, so that there's no dead air. That's better than you just sitting there. Silence. Tahas. Snorts. Nose blows. Belching. It's a lot better than that shit.
Just talk nonstop like this, and then I just say sentence after sentence so that there's no possible way that you could ever get anything intelligent out of what I'm saying because I won't shut the fuck up. Also,
oh, hey, Phil, I'm going to tell you a little bit of something, and I know it's going to be something that you fucking hate, but just hear me out, Phil. Phil, you're a fucking failure. Every single time that you get up and you try to come on stream, you always think that you're better than everyone else, that you're the top dog, that with your bootstrap theories, that you're always going to be better than everyone else, and that you strive to get where you are right now, when in reality, you have not. You have done nothing of any self-importance. You have done nothing of any self-worth or just anything of worth in general to make your points across. You do no research. Instead, you rely on other people to do the research for you. And every single time people bring you the research, you hate it. And to the point where you have to yell at them and tell them that give me the right research or get the fuck out of here. Or when people give you feedback and you call it demands. And you hate it. You hate it all. I'm sorry, did your pea-brain mind not process that, Phil? Or do you have to go back and listen to the video again?
so you're way too fucking close to the camera. I can see up your goddamn nose. I can see the fucking boogers.
Even though I can see nose hair, I don't see boogers, though. But again, if there's like a booger take, someone will point it out. And then he'll be like, oh, hey, there was a booger in there. I apologize. And then they do it better. No fun Burnell.
Seem more humble compared to other streamers. Not everyone has $1,000 setups like streamers, so your gaming on a couch is more relatable to us regular gamers. That's all I am. Just the average guy. That's all I'll ever be.
Yeah, I love the fact that he's like, I can see your boogers, but yet, as Mimology points out, eating earwax is better. Nuggets of truth.
I mean, the news is interesting, or not really the news, but the topic's interesting. I don't like that guy's style at all. Talking way too much, no pause, and the camera's way too close to his goddamn face.
I would rather watch content like that than somebody proclaiming that he is passionate about video games, that he loves playing video games, but every single time that we see him play video games, that he hates playing the games, he's wanting people to give him money constantly, to hold his fucking hand, to tell him where to go next.
Like, I don't want to smell what he ate for breakfast when I'm trying to watch his video.
Phil, don't you snort to taste what you had for breakfast?
Entire day of letting the family in front of them choose what they eat until today. By the end of this challenge, my goal is...
Okay, I hate this.
How long did he get into the video?
Until today. By the end of this challenge,
He only got 16 seconds into the video and went, yep, I hate this. This video sucks. With nothing to back up. How does this suck, Phil? Please tell us. How does it suck?
Why? It's trash. This
How is it trash? How is it? I've seen this guy before. He's actually really good at it, Phil. He knows how to take care of himself. Something that you don't tend to do to yourself.
is trash YouTube. Staged video.
How is that a stage video, Phil? It's not.
Complete trash. Nobody cares. It's not real.
Even though that video has a lot of fucking views, Phil.
It's a stunt. It's just...
How is this a stunt? How is it staged? You're just making shit up about this guy. You really are. Someone should just take this part of the video and send it to that guy. It's like, hey, someone's trying to call you out saying that this is staged. I want to hear his response.
This is 100% the problem with YouTube.
Oh my, this guy's the problem and not you?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy all this fucking food that no one would ever eat normally. I'm going to do a stupid prank or a staged event. And
how is this a prank? It's not stage. The guy literally does it. He buys a big amount of food. He challenges himself to eat it. And you know what he does, Phil, after that? He works out. He burns the calories. Something you think that picking up a heavy bag of groceries is a workout. Burning calories by lifting up 3 fucking heavy bags in each hand.
hopefully I can pull it off. Can I pull it off or not? 5 million views for garbage.
5 million views, even though the challenge is interesting. Like, again, the guy is bringing out interesting content. It's entertaining in a way. The whole thing of YouTube is completely subjective of what you enjoy and what you don't enjoy. Everyone's entitled to their own preference of what they can watch and what they don't want to watch. You don't like this because they're doing something that's potentially hurting themselves in a sense. But you want to sit there and go, this is trash, even though it's interesting.
This is the problem with YouTube. This video. And everyone who does content like this, you're the fucking reason YouTube sucks ass.
No, Phil, that's you. You're the reason why YouTube sucks. Get it right.
Now, fuck you.
16 seconds. He was doing the video for 16 seconds. Trash. Did you even watch the rest? If you would have done so, you would have found out why. A true person that reacts to content watches the video all the way through, even if they hate it or not. A good example of that would be Squeaks, because he had a react challenge where people were sending him stuff to react to, and every single time he would laugh, he would have to create a concoction of any ingredients that he had, and he had to drink the fucking final product, which he did. Again, Phil, it's made for entertainment, for fun, to be informative if needed. But goddamn it, Phil, you're just the epitome of no fun allowed.
40 seconds. 2
Yeah, 40 seconds, 2 million views. Hey, you want to know why that did so well, Phil? Because it was 40 seconds. And people could watch that at any time because it's easily digestible.
million views. Mary Poppins is sniping the birds out of her window.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I would love to see a fucking reboot of Mary Poppins popping off birds with a sniper rifle or an assault rifle. Phil, that's not even a sniper rifle, that's an assault rifle!
That's YouTube of the modern era, folks.
Yeah, but at the same time, Phil, you don't have to be a fucking part of it, Boomer. You can just go back to watching all the old content that nobody gives a fuck about anymore. Phil is just the epitome of a man that is always believing that he has self-worth to his name when he can't even get that self-worth in the form of money. But yet, money makes the world go around in Phil's head. But also, he wants to look at people who are having fun, providing entertaining content, like Dracula Flow, or that guy that wore an ET mask in a drive-thru. You know, spreading laughter and joy and entertainment to the world on YouTube. But at the end of the day, this guy's going to be a spiteful, angry old man that hates YouTube because of the quote-unquote trash that it's providing onto everyone else that watches the videos but not Phil, and that YouTube won't pay him his membership money. It's like, Phil, two things. Be patient, because it might come to you or it might not come to you. Allow YouTube to actually work and actually give you the final results that you're quote-unquote asking for without casting allegations of what they're doing. Number two, allow people to create the content that they want to create. It doesn't matter if detractors are doing it. It doesn't matter if your audience does it. It doesn't even matter if the outside world of the communist state of Phil wants to come around and make content. Because at the end of the day, though, everyone else would have a lot more fun making content and enjoying the content that they watch over someone like you that is miserable, jealous, and envious that they are all more successful than you are. But I am done. I am going to end this off with the Phil prayer. Deliver us from the dents. Deliver us from the pay pigs. Deliver us from the pignosis. May we never become dented. May we never become a beggar like Darkside Phil. And just for the love of fucking God, go check out Dracula Flow, all 4 parts. It's an amazing watch. And go give Brandude a shout out and just say that he's an idiot because he likes Dracula Flow. I say that last part very sarcastically. Amen.